Hey guys, I've got another Digimon video. This time it is going to be on my update for the Blue Flare deck. Blue Flare was updated somewhat in EX4. They had some new cards added that, in my opinion, greatly help out the deck. There's not really any big changes, but it definitely gives it more options and also makes it more consistent. So let's get right into it. Since I've done videos on a lot of the stuff already, I probably won't go over it in too much detail, but I'll save the detail for the newer cards. This is going to start off with the eggs. This is Digimon. This is probably the best egg Blue has at the moment. Its inheritable effect is, of course, once per turn, if you have a blue tamer in play, you draw one card. Pretty nice. You'll almost always have a blue tamer in play. There's even a new tamer that came out in EX4 for the deck, so great. Digimon just gets better and better. Of course, now on to the level 3 rookies. We've got Gaussmon, probably still the best rookie Blue Flare has. It has the on-deletion effect of you may play one level 4 Digimon card with Blue Flare and its traits from among them from your hand, suspended without paying the cost. And we've even got more targets for that effect as well. So the deck, as I said, is just getting better and better. We also have a new Gaussmon, which has the effect of your turn once per turn. When a card with Blue Flare and its traits is played, draw one card. It has another effect related to Twilight, which is kind of the deck they paired up the new Blue Flare stuff with, but since that's only part of the Twilight/Dark Knight deck, we won't go over that part of the effect. The only part of the effect that will matter for this deck is the one relating to Blue Flare, where if you play a card with Blue Flare and its trait, you draw one card. The final rookie we have is Sayakomon. It has the opponent's turn effect of your opponent can't reduce Digivolution costs. That's very great, especially during now, where a lot of effects reduce costs. And also the other blue Floodgate level 3 would probably mess up your effects too, so it's probably best not to play that one. Of course, we've got the BT10 Blue Greymon here. It has the on-play effect of look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add up to 2 cards with Blue Flare and their traits among them to your hand, and then place the rest on the bottom in any order. But if you also have a Kiriha in play, you can return one Metal Greymon from your trash to your hand instead. You can pick one of those effects. You can either do the search the top 4, or you can get back a Metal Greymon. However, almost always you'll be picking the search effect. However, if you find that you don't really need the search and you really need a Metal Greymon that's in your trash, you can do that instead. And it also has the on-deletion effect save, which is you may place this card under one of your tamers when it's deleted. So that's very nice. You can pretty much attack with it if you want, and if it gets deleted, so what? It'll go under one of your tamers, and then you can use it for Digicross later. Oh, and it also has the inheritable effect of when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Blue Flare in its traits and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, you can unsuspend this Digimon. So the Digimon that is above this guy can attack again. Pretty nice. We've got a new Blue Flare Greymon here. This has the on-play effect of reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Kiriha, Amana, and 1 blue or black card with Digicross requirements from among them to your hand, and then trash the rest. It also has the on-deletion effect of save, and it has the inheritable effect of when attacking, you draw 1 card. Pretty nice. Again, this is all part of the Blue Flare Twilight hybrid cards that were released in EX4. Again, you'll really only be using this for to get Kiriha and to get a blue or black card with Digicross requirements, but there's no black cards in this deck, so you'll only be searching blue stuff. There is a deck using both the new Blue Flare and Twilight stuff together. However, it's not that great. It's better if you use the cards that Twilight got and that Blue Flare got individually, really. Which is quite unfortunate, as I do like the new level 6 the combined version deck has, which is Grey Knightsmon. It's pretty cool. We've got a new version of Male Bergermon, which is very good. I like it a lot, especially for its inheritable effect. On play, one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level gains when attacking. You lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. That's not that great. It has on deletion save as well, but what you really want this guy for is its inheritable effect of jamming, meaning this Digimon can't be deleted in battles against security Digimon. One of the big weaknesses Blue Flare had was the fact that your Metal Greymon only had 8k attack, which is not much, but, well, your Metal Greymon could attack multiple times. It could also be taken out by big security Digimon. But now with this Male Bergermon that gives jamming, you don't really have to worry about that anymore. You can swing with your Metal Greymon for as long as you want, or as long as you can, at least. Of course, we've got the old Male Bergermon. It has the on play to, if you have a Kuriha in play, you can return a Metal Greymon from your trash to your hand. But if you don't have Kuriha in play, you can play him from your hand without paying the cost instead. Of course, on deletion save, it has the inheritable effect of, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Blue Flare in its traits and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, one of your Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. There's the main strategy of the Blue Flare deck, freezing your opponent's stuff, which is kind of a thing Blue does in general, but Blue Flare does it a lot and is really good at it. Probably one of the other best level 4s in the deck that you can play off Gaussmon. This is Decardramon. It has the effect of on play, draw one card from your deck, and then for each Digimon your opponent has in play, you draw another card. So if your opponent has a lot of Digimon in play, you can get a lot of cards off this effect. And then it has, of course, on deletion save, and then the inheritable effect of, well, your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets an extra 1000 DP. That's nice, as it can help boost your Metal Greymon if you somehow get this guy under it, which is possible. Of course, we've got the original Blue Flare Metal Greymon. It has material save 2, meaning it can save both of its materials if it's defeated. And then it has on play Rush. It gains Rush for the turn. Then if you Digicrossed, 3 of your opponent's Digimon with Digivolution cards less than or equal to this Digimon's Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. And then it has the Digicross materials of Greymon and Male Bergermon. And then for each material you use, you reduce the play cost by 2. So 7 minus 4, that is a 3 cost. We've got a new Metal Greymon Blue Flare, which I like that we got one. This has the on-play effect of this Digimon gets Rush. Pretty identical to the old one, but it has another effect. If Digicrossing, trash up to 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. That's pretty nice, as it can actually help lead to improving this Metal Greymon's effect. Yeah. And then, of course, also has material save 2, just like the original Blue Flare Metal Greymon, and the same Digicross materials. And it does have an inheritable effect, but it only applies to Grey Knightsmon, which we don't play in this, so we won't go over it. We've got Decker Greymon. This has the Armor Purge ability, meaning if it's destroyed, you can revert back to a Metal Greymon if it has Metal Greymon under it. It has the on-play and digivolving effect of, you may place 1 Digimon card with Blue Flare and its traits from your hand or from under one of your tamers with under this Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card. Then if Decardramon is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. Has the Digicross materials of Metal Greymon and Decadramon. So yeah, there's that, and it has no inheritable effect. That is it for Decker Greymon. This is Cyberdramon. I saw people playing this for some reason. You can play another Decker Greymon in its place if you want, but he's here. It has an in-hand effect. Main, if you have a Digimon with Blue Flare and its traits in play, by paying 3 memory, you can place this card under those Digimon as its bottom Digivolution card, then unsuspend that Digimon. That's pretty nice, as it can give you another attack with them. And then it has the alternate inheritable effect of, well, your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets an extra 1000 DP. He's pretty nice. He enables an extra attack to finish the game if you need it. Of course, onto the level 6 of Blue Flare. This is Z Greymon. It can Digivolve for 2 on top of a Metal Greymon. It has, when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. Then if a card with Blue Flare or Cross Hearts in its traits is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, you gain 2 memory. It has on deletion save. And then it has an inheritable effect of, while this Digimon has Blue Flare in its traits, it gains blocker. Now, while it may not look like you'll be able to get this guy into the Digivolution cards of another Digimon, it is possible. And you can use it to give one of your other Blue Flares blocker, which is interesting. It doesn't happen much, but it can happen. Of course, we've got the leader of Blue Flare. We got Kiriha Aonuma. Yeah. Of course, he's the memory setter for Blue Flare, which is nice. Start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, you set your memory to 3, and then it has the effect of, when you would play 1 Digimon card with Digicross requirements, by suspending this tamer, you may place 1 card from under your tamers as Digivolution cards for Digicross. Of course, that means if you have Digimon under him, you can use any of them to go into your Metal Greymons that you have, or even the Decker Greymons. And that's a way you can actually... Well, actually, no. The ways you can get Z Greymon under stuff is if you use Decker Greymon's effects, not his. Never mind. And of course, like any other tamer, he has the security effect of, when it's checked in security, you play it to your field without its cost. Nice and simple. The new tamer we got, which is Kiriha and Nene. The name of this card/tamer is also treated as both the individual ones, as there are some effects that matter for that. Start of your main phase, if there are 2 or more Digimon in play, you gain 1 memory. All turns, when you would play 1 Digimon card with Blue Flare or Twilight in its traits with Digicross requirements, by suspending this tamer, you may place 1 card from under your tamers and 1 card from your trash as Digivolution cards for a Digicross. So that's nice, as this can use stuff that's in your trash for Digicrossing as well. We got one last tamer. We've got Sora and Joe. It has the start of your turn effect. If your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards in play, you gain 2 memory. And then your turn, when you attack with a blue Digimon, you may unsuspend this tamer to trash up to 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Of course, same security effect as all tamers have. We've got Ice Wall for an option card. It has the main effect of, all of your opponent's Digimon gain when attacking lose 1 memory until the end of the turn. It's nice. It's the best option card Blue has, and that's why it's limited at 1, and it has the security effect of gain 2 memory. The final card in the deck, which is probably the best card Blue Flare still has. This is Blazing Memory Boost. Reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. Add up to 2 cards with Blue Flare in their traits among them to your hand, and then you may play 1 Kiriha among them without paying its memory cost. That is why the new tamer, which does include Kiriha's name, is amazing, as it gives you more chances to get a Kiriha off of this card's effect. And of course, place the rest of the cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then place this card in your battle area. It also has a delay effect, like all the memory boosts. where by trashing this card in your battle area, you activate the effect below. You can't activate this effect the turn this card enters play. You gain 2 memory, and that has the same security effect as all memory boosts. Place this card in its owner's battle area, and you only get the delay effect after it's put in security, so you don't get the main effect. And, that is it for Blue Flare. It's still probably my favorite blue deck, and probably my favorite, Cross Wars deck. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one.